Alright, bet. So a couple weeks ago, I released a video talking about the Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman situation. And in this video, I mentioned that Stephen A. Smith is insecure about his blackness. And we came to that determination based on how he responded to Terrell Owens. But now he's also responding to Marcellus Wiley, exposing those very same insecurities. Let me explain. Back in 2016, First Take was the hottest sports show in North America. Skip Bayless was just leaving and Max Kellerman was being brought in to replace him as Stephen A. Smith's co-host. 5 years later, however, Max Kellerman is being pulled and demoted from the show behind the request of Stephen A. Smith. And we know that because Stephen A. Smith himself has gone on multiple interviews stating that he used his influence to get Max Kellerman removed.
2 hours later, I got the call. We're making a change.
Yeah, you just said fire him.
During their tenure working together, it was very clear that Stephen A. Smith, he didn't really like Max Kellerman. He wasn't only disrespecting him behind the scenes, but on live television. And even while Max was unemployed, Stephen A. Smith was still doing the rounds. And he felt comfortable doing this because he was going unchecked. That is until Marcellus Wiley had something to say about it.
Stephen A. knew what he was doing. He gives the upstairs management an ultimatum that you can't work with him or me. Why? Because he's smart? Because he's smarter than you? Why? Because on black issues, T.O. says, and T.O.'s right, he sounds blacker than you. Why is T.O. right? Because you proved he was right.
Why is Marcellus Wiley defending Max Kellerman? Well, to answer that, we need to go back to 2013 when Max Kellerman and Marcellus Wiley worked together on Sports Nation. That's correct. They linked up before Max ever went to First Take. Now, Stephen A. Smith is willing to play dirty media tricks when somebody questions his credibility. For example, just a couple months ago, he made some inaccurate claims about Lonzo Ball being so injured that he was unable to get up and down from the sitting position. Lonzo Ball revealed this video in response.
Stephen A., who are your sources, bro? Please tell me who your sources are. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta stop yapping.
Now, Stephen A. Smith could have said, you know what, my bad, I was misinformed. However, Stephen A. Smith's ego was hurt. He could not just take an L, and he went off.
Don't let me get all up in y'all, okay? Stop the nonsense. Now, maybe you can get up and get down. Maybe somebody exaggerate, all right, or you can stand up and sit down. Bro, you ain't healthy.
That time, he switched the argument. This time, he was asked about Marcellus Wiley's comments on the Breakfast Club. But in his response, he decided to use the race card in what I believe was an attempt to completely ruin Marcellus Wiley.
In terms of what Marcellus Wiley said, now that I will address directly. And I only have one thing to say. He and I worked together, got a lot of respect for him. I know the man he was talking about as his best friend. I get all of that. No problem. Here's my only issue. For a black man to sit up there and say another black man is scared of somebody's intellect. Come on, bro. That's just the line you crossing. But I would never in a million years say that one black man is scared of the intellect of a white man. Hey. I would never, ever do that.
You see, Stephen A. Smith tried to turn this into a moral argument and also tried to get Marcellus Wiley canceled. Because whenever you accuse somebody of offending a protected group like the LGBT, women, or blacks, you are trying to get them canceled. But you know when they say whenever you point a finger, there are three pointing right back at you? Well, Marcellus Wiley represents those three fingers.
To say that I was wrong as a black man to question another black man's intellect on a public platform, which I didn't do. I just questioned it. Woo! And you're not going to make me have to prove a negative. See, I'm smart too. You know what I mean? You ain't going to make me chase down something I didn't even say and then make me look worse. I'm not doing that, Stephen A. You know what I said. But I do know that you do question the intellect, the heart, the talent, the mindset, the capabilities, the health, etc. of black athletes every damn day on that show, every single day. And you hide behind the cover of, I'm just doing my job for the bosses. That's very rich of you to try and make what I said into something you do every single day, which is highly hypocritical of you, Stephen A.
You see, I really can't respect this because Stephen A. Smith, he's so prideful and egotistical that he feels like he's beyond reproach. And if you dare try to challenge him, especially in the face of the public, then he'll threaten to destroy you. He tried to destroy Marcellus Wiley. And of all people, Stephen A. Smith is the last person that should be talking about a black man trying to diminish another. And shout out to Marcellus Wiley. That's the definition of a real friend, because nobody was standing up for Max. And in reality, a lot of your friends would probably be laughing at you behind the scenes too. And that's why I stay to myself, because there's more Stephen A. Smiths out here than there are Marcellus Wileys. Hell, some of your own family would participate in that laughter. So if you have a true friend like Marcellus, just understand that that's God sent. It's just so crazy to me that Stephen A. Smith had the gall to go up on the Breakfast Club and try to dress Marcellus Wiley in a Stephen A. Smith suit. And I bet you Stephen A. Smith won't have no strong comeback to this, because he's done. He's done. What could Stephen A. Smith say now? Nothing.